Look around. Do you see fault lines widening, echoes of anger in the air? What if the turmoil we see isn't just out there, but a mirror held up to something within us? Carl Jung warned nations, as he did individuals, about the unacknowledged shadow. That dark, repressed part of the psyche containing fears, desires, and potentials we deny. Individually, we face our personal shadow to achieve wholeness. But nations too possess a collective shadow, formed by shared history, cultural norms, and what the collective consciousness chooses to ignore. It's the rejected traits, the unfulfilled promises, the sins of the past buried beneath national pride. In 2025 America, perhaps we see the collective shadow emerging. Polarization isn't just disagreement. It's the shadow's splitting effect, projecting our own denied flaws onto those we label other. They become the container for everything we dislike about ourselves. Consumerism, the endless pursuit of external fulfillment, can be a frantic attempt to fill the void left by an unexamined inner life. Hyper-individualism, while celebrating freedom, can lead to isolation, a detachment from the collective soul. The national ego, the proud idealized self-image, often works overtime to hide the shadow's reality. Denying collective flaws only gives the shadow more power. Nationalism, at its extreme, can be the collective ego's defense mechanism, creating rigid boundaries to keep the shadow out or project it outwards. The conflict between ego and soul plays out on the national stage. Is the soul of the nation found in material wealth and power, or in its capacity for reflection, compassion, and collective growth? When the shadow is ignored, it doesn't disappear. It acts out. Through unconscious behaviors, societal unrest, and reactive politics. Finding scapegoats is easier than confronting the uncomfortable truth within. The world outside becomes a giant mirror, reflecting our internal state. International relations can become projections of a nation's unintegrated shadow. The tangled roots of historical trauma and injustice remain active in the collective unconscious until brought to light. The shadow contains not just negative traits, but also denied positive potential. The capacity for profound empathy, collective wisdom, true unity, locked away within the shadow, waiting to be integrated. Integrating the collective shadow requires courage, a willingness to look honestly at history, face discomfort, and take responsibility. It's not about erasing flaws, but understanding them. Building bridges requires acknowledging the terrain on both sides, including the darker valleys. It involves dialogue, empathy, and a commitment to something larger than the individual ego. The journey is internal, but its impact is felt externally. As individuals integrate their shadows, the collective shadow loses some of its grip. A more integrated nation is less reactive, more resilient. Ancient wisdom traditions understood the need for confronting darkness. Looking within, collectively and individually, is not weakness, but strength. It's the path towards true maturity and wisdom for a nation. The fragmentation we experience is a symptom. The root lies in the unexamined collective psyche. What uncomfortable truths might we find if we dare to look? What potential for unity lies dormant in the shadow? The process is ongoing, never finished. Each generation faces the task anew. The challenges of 2025 are an invitation to introspection, both personal and national. An invitation to integrate, not project, to heal the split within the collective soul. The future depends on this work. What legacy of consciousness will we leave? The seed of awareness is the first step. Facing the shadow is not despair, but hope. As individuals within a nation, what shadows do we choose to confront today?